How long have you been trying to learn a language? More than a year? Then why aren't you fluent? I'll tell you why. You've been told language learning is a marathon, that it takes decades, that you need to study with grammar books, or that the answer is thousands of hours of so-called comprehensible input videos on YouTube. Or maybe they told you that moving abroad would magically fix everything. But the harsh truth is, most people fail at language learning because they don't take it seriously. They focus on what's easy and supposedly fun, not what actually works. You don't need to be a genius to learn a language. You don't need to quit your job and move to the country where they speak the language. You just need to consistently do the things that matter, the important things, the basics. Because learning a language is simple, and it doesn't have to take 5 years. It takes a few months. Yes, you can get results very quickly if you focus on what actually matters. Ignore all the noise. Ignore all the gamified apps that treat you like a 6-year-old. And ignore all the learn Spanish with me type of videos too. Ignore all that and focus on what matters. And what matters are 3 things: learning lots of phrases, listening a lot, and speaking a lot. That's it. If you do those 3 things every single day, you'll be speaking the language in a matter of weeks. Fluent in a few months. I know what you're thinking. Speaking a language is not only about repeating memorized lines. You need to understand as well. Yes, I know that. We'll get there later in the video. Before you start angrily typing in the comment section, listen to the rest of the video, right? If you follow this advice, you will have no problem understanding native speakers either. Alright, let's simplify language learning. First, you need to learn lots of phrases. Lots of them. You need a large vocabulary, but it's much better to learn complete phrases than isolated words. Words alone have almost no meaning. Phrases give you context. So learn natural spoken phrases. What native speakers say, not weird Duolingo sentences. Start with your language islands. What are language islands? Language islands are groups of phrases around useful topics that you prepare yourself. Like introducing yourself, talking about your job. Prepare thousands of phrases for real-life situations. Also, take the 1,000 most frequent words and learn a good sentence for each one. This covers 80% of everyday vocabulary. Combine these personal language islands with the high-frequency vocabulary phrases, and you'll understand most of what you hear, and you'll be able to respond. You can also use AI to create multiple variations of your language island phrases, quickly turning 1,000 useful phrases into 10,000. This repetition makes you faster and more flexible when speaking. Alright, but how do you learn these phrases? Easy, with lots and lots of repetition. You read, listen to, and repeat your phrases out loud, over and over again. About 20 to 30 repetitions are enough to use a phrase naturally in conversation. You could use mnemonics for keywords too. Alright, next, listen a lot, but listen to the right content, not random podcasts. Listen to the phrases you are learning over and over again. Your goal is to know them like the lyrics of a song you love. Do active listening with shadowing, repeating along with the audio, and passive listening while doing other things. This repetition quickly improves your comprehension and automatically fixes the pronunciation, rhythm, structure, and grammar. Listening to the audio files at a normal speaking speed, you can review over 1,000 sentences per hour. So you can easily review a list of 1,000 useful sentences 30 times in a month. More than enough to remember them well. And the third thing you need to do is speaking. A lot. Now. Not after a silent period of many months like some gurus keep telling you. If your goal is to speak the language, you need to practice speaking from day 1. From day 1, read phrases out loud and do shadowing. Imitate the rhythm and intonation of the audio files. It will feel strange at first, but do it anyway. And then start playing with it. Change the verb tense, swap words, personalize the phrases. With a few thousand well-learned phrases, you can create infinite variations. This develops fluency much faster than any weekly class because you do hundreds of repetitions every single day. No pressure, no judgment, just practice. You make a mistake, simply try again. This is how you train your brain and mouth to think and speak the language naturally. And in just a few weeks, you can learn 1,000 useful phrases, each one with 10 variations, by listening, reading, and repeating out loud. Do these 3 things every single day. Learn thousands of real phrases, listen to them repeatedly, and say them out loud every day. And you will become fluent fast. You don't need to waste your time with childish apps or watching thousands of hours of YouTube videos. If you want real results in reasonable time, simply do this. This is how I learned 12 languages. This is how thousands of my students learned a language or several successfully. And you can do it too. With the right system and consistent discipline, anyone can learn a language quickly.